Okay, so what's the purpose of the lungs and how does the air get there? Well, first of all, let's start here with the heart. The heart pumps the blood to the body. We know that. It also pumps blood to the lungs. The blood going to the lungs is depleted of oxygen, or at least partially depleted of oxygen, and has a high level of CO2, carbon dioxide, as a result of respiration. If that CO2 level gets too high, the blood becomes very unhealthy and a person can die. So the blood goes to the lungs where it diffuses the carbon dioxide out into the air space and takes in lots of oxygen, so that blood can then be pumped out to the body. The oxygen can then be used, and you know that whole story already. So how does the air get there? Well, this is very poor drawing of it, but air comes in through the mouth or the nose, which kind of meet up here back at the back of the throat. And this area back here is called the pharynx. The pharynx. That air travels down past the vocal cords where that Adam's apple is, and guys, this is the larynx, not the larynx. The larynx, and that's all in your book. You can see how to write those if you can't read my writing. Then it travels down this vacuum cleaner hose looking tube. It is very rigid. If you kind of feel in your neck, you can feel that ridged tube right there, and that is the trachea. The trachea is ridged like that so that it won't collapse when you inhale air. It creates a low pressure and it would collapse if it were soft and squishy, but it's kind of rigid and hard so that it doesn't do that. Then you have the bronchi, or the bronchi tubes. Then they break into these little small tubes called the bronchioles. Okay, and then at the end of the bronchioles are these little tiny balloons, little tiny air sacs, and there are hundreds of bajillions of these, and these things are called the alveoli. So, air travels in the mouth and nose, through the pharynx, the back of the throat, through the larynx, the voice box, through the trachea, and then into the bronchi, then the bronchioles, all the way down to the little tiny air sacs called the alveoli. Those alveoli are wrapped with blood vessels that come from the heart, and that's where the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange takes place. Once the gas exchange has taken place, you breathe back out. The air travels the same route back out of the body, and you start the whole process over again.